Welcome everyone to the League of Legends stream for the GameStop Paintsville, Kentucky store battling against the League of Legends eSports team of Johnson Central High School.
My will.
We will be doing a best of 3 game for this stream, starting off right now with the ban phase of the first game. On the eSports team side, they have already banned Heckram. On GameStop's side, Jarvan Ford. eSports has banned Pike. They're trying to actually personal ban at the moment 2 people known for playing those characters. Nautilus banned now, known for just being outright well used at this moment in time in the game. Seems as though they are taking a long time deciding, and they have decided to ban Jinx, a very strong ADC, possibly a specific ADC to ban for a team comp they may be trying to run.
Life is too short.
GameStop has decided to ban Alawi, a very strong top laner. Might have been the same reason as Jinx. It might have been something to go against their team comp they had chosen. First pick is an Aatrox for eSports League of Legends team. On the team of GameStop, Morgana has been chosen, along with a hover over Lee Sin and a choose for Lee Sin. That'll probably be the jungler. On Johnson Central's side, there is a Ahri and a Sejuani pick. That are going to be our top jungle and mid lanes, possibly. GameStop side, Bran hovered. One is waiting, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Sivir now being hovered. Switching between ADCs, this must be the ADC pick. Ezreal chosen, Lux now hovered and selected. Instant pick for Sion, going for a little bit of a tank along with Sivir. Final pick, taking a little bit of time, trying to figure out who they should play in this comp. At the moment, I'm seeing the GameStop side is going to try and be a little more subjected around crowd control. In comes a Jax pick, probably going to be the main initiation along with Lee Sin to try and get kills and take points in this game. Meanwhile, the League of Legends eSport team is going to be running a little more of an aggressive side, it seems, using Sivir, Sion, and Aatrox as main initiations possibly. Ahri for backline, and Sejuani for massive tank. As we wait for the spectator delay, we have a few shout-outs to give for sponsors of the stream. Go on down to Mick's Auto and check out his inventory of cars and trucks. Mick will save you money and treat you right. If you're hungry, stop by your local Fazoli's for some breadsticks. Best breadsticks in town. Afterwards, turn to B&C Shirts for all your specialty team and event shirts needs. Quality work at a reasonable price. For some of you watching, if you are a fan of League of Legends, be sure to stop by your friendly neighborhood GameStop and get your Riot Point cards. They could be used to buy skins and anything else possible in the game. We want to wish all participants good luck, and to all Johnson County students a fantastic 2019 to 2020 school year. With the last 1 minute and 30 seconds of the delay, in my opinion, I see this game going very aggressively. I'm seeing CC from the GameStop crew, but at the same time, if the eSports team can manage to get past their waves of Lux, E's, Q's, and Morgana stuns, I believe they could be able to rush good kills, strong kills, and take advantage of many fights. The objectives is going to be interesting to watch as I see Lee Sin and Sejuani fighting over many things in the jungles. The mid lane is going to be a very strong and fast-paced dodgeball match, I see. Ahri and Lux known for throwing out spells and skills like it's nobody's business. The top lane is going to be an interesting duel between Aatrox and Jax. Both of them known very well for sustaining in fights, along with having a lot of utility to engage and disengage. And with the bot lane, a Sivir and Sion matchup against Ezreal. I'm sorry for the delay there, something came up. Ezreal and Lux. With Sion being a support, I see him being a very strong wall for Sivir, trying to take as many damaging spells as possible. Ezreal is known for throwing a lot out, but Sion may be able to counteract it with his shields and massive health bar. We start out the game with every champion going to their respective lanes and starting positions. Sejuani heading to her buff, preparing for the jungle. Following in their footsteps, we now see GameStop preparing in the same way. Lee Sin waiting for his blue buff. And in the lanes, we see respective players taking their stance. This will be the first game of a set of best of 3. Seems as though the players are already trying to set up a little bit of vision. Jax has already warded his top lane river bush. Ahri standing guard at one of the bushes, making sure. It seems as though the Morgana is responding to pings by the GameStop crew. And the game is now underway as the jungle is starting to be cleared by both respective teams, and the minions are about to clash in lanes. Early off, we see that the top lane is just taking their time trying to gather farm at this level 1 episode. Aatrox taking very aggressive route, trying to clear minions very fast. Ezreal finding Sion, getting a couple good shots in before lane actually starts. Sivir trying to respond back. Ahri and Morgana trading back and forth CCs. Ahri came out very bad in that trade. Aatrox, a little bit of damage on Jax. Looks like it's just poked to get him back, and they're going to reset and try and continue to get lane farm. Sivir throwing out a little more, trying to disrespect the Ezreal, taking a lot of damage on him. Lux using W, trying to give him a shield to respond to some of that damage. Ahri charming, putting in Ignite, going hard for Morgana. Ignite, that will not kill, but that will damage. Ahri still throwing out a lot of damage right now, a little less health than Morgana, but it seems as though she'll be fine as long as she stays a little bit out of range. Meanwhile, top lane, it is still just farming, trying to match each other up. Ezreal doing the same thing on both sides. Sivir looking a little low on mana already, being very mana consumption heavy. Ahri very low under tower, taking a lot of damage from Morgana's W. Morgana starting to run out of mana as well. A little half health on Morgana. She might need to worry about tower if she gets a little too close. Jax looking for something, jumps in on Aatrox. There's a battle going on right now, a little bit of damage back and forth, but it seems to be only a trade. Aatrox comes out on top, telling Jax to sit back down. Sivir throwing out a lot of Qs right now, trying to get a lot of damage, putting caster minions in the back a little damaging. They are pushing hard up the tower. That's what Ezreal likes. More creep comes to him, better for him in the long run. Sion trying to do a little more damage. Lee Sin coming in for a gank, hits Ahri, stun, E, trample, getting a lot of CC down, almost dead, and first blood goes to Lee Sin and Morgana with the assist mid lane. Morgana's going to start to try and take a little bit of damage on her tower. Meanwhile, Lee Sin's going to try and actually counteract with the Sejuani, putting a little bit of damage on her, jumping in deep, going for damage, chasing after E. Trample misses, and she continues to drive away. Meanwhile, Sivir taking a little bit of damage from Ezreal. She is very low on mana. She cannot honestly fight against that. She might need to back up. Sejuani coming back down to assist Sion in the trial bush. Lee Sin down. There is a 3-on-3 right now getting ready to happen in the bot lane. Sejuani goes in, gets stunned, tries to go after Ezreal, flashes back out, almost takes damage. Sion uses Q, gets a nice stun on Lee Sin and Ezreal. It has to be canceled. Ahri takes a Q. Morgana completely out of mana. She's going to have to leave that, or else she will not win that fight. Ezreal getting a little more damage on Sivir. Sivir needs to watch about it. Ezreal is very well known for poking enemies out of lane and even killing them just with simple poke. Sivir going for more clear, but gets it counteracted by the Ezreal and Lux. Spray and pray. Jax going for clear in the middle of all of Aatrox's minions, get put in the center. They are taking damage heavily. Aatrox just standing in front of him, making sure he cannot leave. Goes for the attack. Q, and that is a takedown. Tower shot hits him, but it will not stop. What happens? Coming up on the 6-minute marker, they may be 1-1 in kills, but the GameStop crew is actually ahead by about 1,000 gold, mainly because of how well they are actually CCing and creep farming at the same time. eSports team is kind of dawdling behind because they are too busy trying to react to the damage that they are actually giving. There is a TV mid lane. Morgana comes back in the lane, trying to get as much creep back as possible without Ahri pushing anything farther in. They are trying to stalemate it in the middle. Morgana uses W, trying to clear minions. Slowly, it works. Gets creep farm more and more. Misses the creep on that one, though, but at the same time pushes Ahri back, making her have to retreat somewhere north. She's very low, and she's afraid of the Morgana Qs at any time. Misses one, but it's enough to make her fear. Goes for the pink ward, puts down W, does damage. If she goes any farther, Sejuani's there to react, sees it, returns, tries to get away, misses the charm. The spell shield would have canceled out anyways, but good play on Morgana's side. Throws a Q, lands perfectly on Morgana, get ready to take the Ahri kill, and Sejuani comes in for a knockup but does nothing else. Lee Sin sees a pink ward, going to get an easy bit of gold. Morgana taking a lot of damage into this tower right now, getting money each time it makes one of those ticks. With the amount of creep farm she has up there, she can easily root Ahri back and possibly get another farm without even being near the tower. Aatrox and Jax getting ready to fight at it again. Jax goes in, stuns the Aatrox out of his AoE. The Aatrox continues with a rampage. This Jax does not know what he is dealing with. Aatrox is too strong early game. Excellent snipe by the Sivir. Ezreal did not expect the backslash damage from the Q. Ooh, a miss by the Morgana Q. If that would have landed, that would have been a lot of damage still. Got the ult off, going deep on the Ari. Try to get damage right now, a little too far. Sejuani's getting ready to counteract. Morgana knows she's there, though. She's in a very bad spot at the moment. It looks like top lane's getting ready to react as well. Sivir going up, Sion coming down from the bot side, trying to cut her off. Sejuani's still coming in, getting ready for the stun. Misses. The spell immune from the E. She tries to dodge, sweep, and swap, but she's still taking damage. Flashes the Sion Q, gets away, but at the same time still in very bad danger. Sejuani still right behind, manages to slow. Morgana will meet her end here at 4 of them, with Sejuani taking the kill. Aatrox going deep on Jax right now. It's round 5, and this Jax is getting ready to feel the pain of Aatrox once again. Escapes barely with the use of his ult, though. Sejuani going in, trying to get a stun on this very mobile champion, Ezreal, but is ineffective with how fast they can use the E. Sivir using Spell Shield, trying to block minion damage, it seems. Ezreal going for free poke on Sion. Not much he can do about that. Sion wanting to get something done, charges in directly with the Sejuani. Sejuani flashes in, but Ezreal flashes back out. An ongoing fight. Sion hits a massive Q, knocks them all up. Lux goes down to ignite, and Sivir takes the Ezreal. 2 tower shots, but still alive. That is a 2 for nothing. Looks like Jack's trying to get a little bit of farm right now while Aatrox is gone. It's a good idea to try and get some of it up, but if he pushes too far in, it's just going to cancel out the minion wave. Cannon minion can only take so much damage, and it will neutralize if he's not worried. Aatrox knows he can damage out Jax. Jax is forced to leave while he takes his ward down. Morgana getting ready for the fight. Immediately spell shields the charm. Ari has to leave. But on the Morgana side, they used ult and were not able to get the kill. Ezreal, knowing that Sivir and Sion are both in the bush thanks to a ward, immediately goes for the attack. Sion knows there's a ward in the bush now because of what happened. Takes the ward down. Lux tries to go for Sivir. E. Ezreal getting damaged right now hard on the Sivir. Puts a spell shield up. Does nothing. Lee Sin comes in deep. Goes for an E. Trample. Tries to move back. Has no guard. Ezreal repeats the process by shooting directly into the Sion skull. Sivir ults. Immediate, beautiful snipe by the Sion. I'm pretty sure he actually secured the kill in that moment. He would have survived with barely any health. Aatrox going deep into Jax, telling Jax to get back down. He's not allowed to come in this lane anymore. It's no longer his, it's only his. Sion going for strong damage on this Lux. She has to leave. Aatrox is a powerhouse right now. Something has to be done about this dynamic individual up top. Ezreal shoots a ult up there, trying to clear minions, saving the tower bit by bit. Ari going deep onto the Morgana, trying to kill her. Ineffective. Morgana just laughs at her and throws a Q out for the stun and kill. Lee Sin going up top, meeting the Aatrox and Sejuani. You have came to the wrong dojo, my dear friend. I'm sorry you cannot see, but I will show you the light here and now. And they kill him and go immediately for Rift Herald. Pink ward put down, not sure why. It's easy 30 gold right now for Aatrox. He doesn't need that much anymore as is. Morgana trying to throw down a little bit of sight, sees it, goes for a Q, hits it for some reason, don't understand why, nothing else to come back with, just give him free damage, a little bit of a leash. At the same time, bot lane, Sion and Sivir trying to take Dragon. Ezreal interrupting, trying to give a little bit of damage. It's slow but sure, but I think Ezreal will be able to out-damage him before they actually take it since the jungler's not even there. Throwing more damage out, Sion getting a very bad straits right now. Sivir leaving, and he has to ult, but he does not get away. Aatrox going for another easy kill on Jax right now. Jax needs to get out of this or else he's going to find the very end full death. Sejuani comes in, has to flash. Met up by Morgana. Morgana ults to Sejuani. Jax still alive, barely. Stays alive for just enough but for the Morgana to take the kill. Morgana now has a spell shield, puts down a little bit of damage on the Aatrox, has to try and run away, does not get away because of the flash by Aatrox, and Ari secures the kill. At the moment, it seems that 2 of the lanes is just getting pushed up. Nothing else is really happening right now. Ari's trying to put a little bit of damage onto the mid tower. Lee Sin's going to try and react. Puts on a Q, jumps in, E's, misses the E, but gets the damage off on the Q. Immediately walks into the charm, flashes, goes for more damage, kicks the Ari back into minions, misses the Q again, misses Smite, hits E, but manages to secure the kill with the E, secondary passive. Easy back and forth going on in bot lane right now. Looks like Lee Sin's coming down to try and do something about it. Sejuani's close though, might know what's going to happen. Lee Sin trying to find a good way to come in, trying to get in easily without being seen. Sejuani sees him though, however. It's going to be a fight in trial bush. Looks like Sion's going to be the first to interact. That actually stuns Lee Sin. Lee Sin is down to Sejuani. Ezreal and Lux have to back off. There's no way they can do anything about it. Morgana comes in, goes for a Q, misses Q, hits W a little bit on Sivir, has to walk back, spell immune, puts ult on Sion and Sejuani, misses the knockup by Sejuani, puts them all under CC. Lux fires, misses. Ignite was used on Morgana, but it will not kill. Looks like dire straits for Jax right now. He's trying to fend off a whole horde of minions while at the same time Aatrox is just itching to poke him. Aatrox with a 2-level lead on Jax right now. It's going to be very difficult for Jax to bring anything back in this lane right now with how low his tower is. Free damage on the towers here and there. Morgana comes in trying to push off Ari, goes for a little bit of CC. Caesar still in sights but doesn't do anything about it. Lee Sin trying to come up to do something about Aatrox. Sejuani comes back, responds as well. They're both up. They're getting ready to go after the Lee Sin, but at the same time Ari and Morgana having a little bit of a fight over wall. At the same Sion gets stunned. He gets put into the wall, tries to ult, misses, gets ulted by Lux. Ult now takes the Sion kill. Morgana hits with a long-range Q, gets a lot of good damage on Ari, and ends up taking the kill. Rift Herald gets summoned top lane at the time of 16 minutes 38 seconds. We are seeing a 12-8 right now, but for some reason, the gold amount is not actually that far behind. There's only a 2K difference with how many kills is actually given. Rift Herald pushing heavy right now. Jax doesn't know what to do about it. Lee Sin trying to do something in the jungle to get his creep. He's going to get attacked by Aatrox and Sejuani at the same time. Can't get away from either one of them. Sion goes for an ult, misses everything, goes in the back line, tries to go after someone. Sion goes for Lux, misses. Gets the Q off onto the Lux, does a lot of damage. Ezreal tries to poke him up, and he's just a little bit too tanky for him to do anything honestly about it. Sivir goes for a Q, hits a good hit, but does not get the backslash. It's important to point out at this time also that even though it is 17 minutes 30 seconds in, only one tower is actually fallen. A lot of pings right now for some reason on the blue team, trying to figure out what's going on right now. With the fog of war on right now, they have no vision on any enemy actually while they're taking the dragon. A little bit of lane getting cleared on each side. Sion ends up securing the dragon. Meanwhile, Lee Sin comes a little bit too late, gets a little bit too dived in, takes all 4. Morgana comes in with strong damage against Sivir. Sivir ults, gives the rest of them movement speed buff while they chase down the Morgana. Morgana might not be able to get away from any of this, gets slowed CC, slowed, and has to pop Zhonya's, will come out and die anyways. Manages to take an Ari with her, however. Looks like we're getting ready to watch a fight here. As 4 take this tower, it's going to be an easy secure while the rest of them try and poke from a distance. They're trying to secure a little bit of their tower as they can. If they can get rid of the minions a little bit, that's the less damage they have to worry about. Meanwhile, bot lane still getting pushed in by minions at the time. Minions being the strongest fight right now. Nothing else really happening except for these beautiful, brave, boiling casters going deep in the war to die for their cause. It looks like Jax is trying to get ready to go back up top lane. Knows Aatrox is up top. Going to have to try and keep him away. Ahri and Ezreal going back and forth at it right now. Ezreal ease out of the way. Ahri misses charm. Aatrox sights Lee Sin again. Mid lane seems to be able to have something to get ready to happen right now. Ahri trying to go in for an Ezreal. Ezreal ease away, trying to get away again. For some reason, Ahri hex flashes deep in. Ezreal gets hit by charm, goes after. Lee Sin gets a smite off. Ezreal with a massive ult. Lux getting the ult. Morgana doing a lot of damage to Sivir right now. Sivir ult Sion trying to get close to her. Morgana has the spell shield up, taking a lot of damage, but actually not taking that much considering that Sion's E is somewhat magical. Ahri. Morgana going deep, gets the ult on Sivir, gets the ult on Sion as well. Lee Sin ult Sion, keeping him CC. Can't really do much about it. Got to worry about the Sion passive now. He can hit you for 10% of your maximum health with each swap. Lee Sin stands and swangs and bangs with the undead Juggernaut. Seems like the team is grouping in mid lane right now. Lee Sin's the only one out there along with Morgana in base trying to get her next item purchased. Probably trying to figure out the next build path, going to TP bot lane, trying to clear out the minions. In the midst of the confusion, Morgana manages to push a little bit up to the bot lane tower, going to leave her minions to attack. Meanwhile, going to try and proxy from the looks of the map, going deep, trying to push the minions up. Realize the Sion and Sivir are going to try and counteract with that. Chase her through the waves. Sivir will be finding Morgana right about now. Realizes it goes for the attack, swaps, puts the spell shield on immediately. Sivir responds with her own spell shield. Ults to try and keep the damage, comes back up. Sion misses his Q. Morgana goes for more damage on the Sivir, takes the Sivir kill. Sion not letting up right now, trying to get the kill on it, puts an ignite on it, hits a stun. Aatrox comes back in, clean kill for Sion. Lee Sin trying to get something in the middle, misses Ahri, hits a minion instead. Aatrox coming in deep, sees an attack possibly, but Ezreal has to flash, gets a lot of minion creep down right now with the amount of damage that he does. Ahri dashing in. Charm misses. Gets stunned by Lux. A lot of damage coming from Lux right now. Ults the minion wave. Trying to get a little bit of poke right now. Ezreal a little too smart for that though. A lot of good damage on Ahri just now. Doesn't quite secure the kill though. Ahri trying to back, a little bit of health gone. Lee Sin tries to see it. He's going to try and come in and get a little quick kill. Can't get there in time. Morgana goes for a stun, hits Aatrox, gets a lot of good damage off of him with the W. Sejuani comes in, gets stunned. Lee Sin goes deep, trying to get a kick in. This is just a back and forth right now in mid lane while everyone else tries to do something with the minions in the top and bot lanes. Easy ward secure, 30 gold towards Morgana. Lee Sin trying to get rid of wards as well. Looks like Sion's trying to set up for something, doesn't realize the Bush's ward. It gets a lot of damage hit on him, realizes it is now, going to try and use a sweeper to get rid of the ward. Heavy damage by the Morgana onto the Sivir. Sivir doesn't realize that the spell shield doesn't work unless she uses it before the W gets procced down. Ezreal going for a lot of deep damage on Sion. Gets attacked by Aatrox. It is all going off. We're seeing ults back and forth. Aatrox ulted. Everyone flashes. We're seeing Sejuani goes down. Finally, Sion went down. Aatrox still going hard onto the Morgana. Ahri chases down the Lux. Gets the kill. Morgana down. Aatrox still going deep onto the Ezreal. Ezreal ease back. Tries to get away. Tries to flank Q back. The Frostborn Gauntlet proc kind of saves him for a little bit. Gets another one off. Has to get away and will not. Aatrox will hunt him down. The Dragon Secure is now easily towards Aatrox and Ahri right now. After they do this, I see the Aatrox at least going to a lane, trying to clear something, maybe going back. Do not know what the amount of gold he has right now. Ahri's going to follow suit. Sion joining now with Ahri in the mid lane, trying to press a little bit on the mid lane, get the minions out the way. Jack's trying to get a little bit of pressure top lane. Aatrox sees and is on his way up top as well. Charm gets hit on Lux. Sion gets Q on Lux. Goes a little more damage on it. Takes a lot of damage from tower, but at the same time, he's Sion. Doesn't really care. Ezreal going deep, trying to get a little more damage. Morgana looking for something. Hits Ahri with a Q. Lands the W underneath her. Ezreal gets an easy kill. Sejuani tries to follow up. Spell shield on Ezreal, trying to make sure the CC doesn't happen to it. Morgana flashes out of the way. Gets a good ult on Sejuani. Lux ult. Hits all four of them. Lee Sin jumps in. Ult. Sejuani back to the back line. Aatrox going ham on Lee Sin right now, trying to do something. Morgana stops him down as well. Double kill from Morgana. They press up forward. Lee Sin looking for something. Hits a minion instead. They continue with the assault. Sivir trying to do a little bit of poke on the side. Lee Sin sees it, tries to go for attack, misses. Morgana getting a little too close to tower. If they're not careful, Sivir will be the death of them. Looks like Lee Sin will take a tower shot. If he took anything more right now, he would probably die. Morgana Lux trying to wait for the Sivir to come back around and do it again. She's not going to do. She's already tried once. She knows not to step over that boundary. Lux trying to get a little bit of creep farm extra off of this jungle camp. Ezreal doing a lot of damage right now, pushing up this wave, trying to keep a lot of pressure, making sure they cannot leave. Jack's in very bad trouble right now. Sejuani comes in, gets a knock-up, stuns him. Ease tries to get away from it, manages to stun the rest of them. Looks like he's going to go down right now unless he Qs. He tried to Q to the minion, was not able to. Aatrox and Sion kept him down. Ezreal trying to do a little bit of poke right now. Lux giving him back up. Sion coming around from the side, trying to get something cheeky about it. Looks like he's just going to reconvene with Ahri right now. Lee Sin in the back line. He needs to worry about where he is right now. He's going to get ready to walk into all three of them. Does not know who all is else in that bush. Only seen Sivir. Looks like there's a chase right now for the Lee Sin. Lee Sin tries to hop away. Sion will not let him get away. He's flat. He just smites against the Sion. Tries to jump away with Q. Hits the Sejuani a little bit, but takes a lot of damage and is now gone. He ults the Sion, but dies anyways. Looks like Sion takes a lot of damage from Morgana right now. I think he actually will die from the W. Stuns the now raging undead Juggernaut, making sure he cannot get damage on him right now. Morgana ults in the middle of these two people, these two Titans, stuns them, tries to get away right now, stuns the Aatrox again, but will not get away from Sever. Jack's trying to jump in to do something. Ineffective. Jack sees an Ahri alone, tries to get a jump on her, should have jumped earlier, got the counter stance off with the stun, gets knocked up by Sejuani, gets knocked up by Aatrox, down to Sivir. At 29:30, getting ready to be 30 minutes straight, it is 26-21, but the gold convergence is still not really that high. It's only about a 1k lead. As far as towers go, however, it seems as though they are almost evenly matched. There's just a little bit more damage on the GameStop side. Doing a little bit of reconnaissance right now. Sejuani trying to get rid of any wards, trying to set up for Dragon. Aatrox doing a lot of pressure mid lane right now, trying to get a lot of their attention. Lux gets QE off, gets a decent bit of damage. This Dragon's about to go directly to Sejuani. Sion ults, realizes there's a fight to be had, lands on Lee Sin, knocks him down. Aatrox follows up with another knockdown. Almost takes the Sion, but he flashes out of the way. At the moment, it is just a trade, no death. Going for a lot of damage though. Ezreal almost killed the Sivir. Otherwise, Morgana did anyways. Ezreal still takes the Sion, runs after Jax. Jax may have to jump away from this, but Sion will not be able to catch him anyways. Sivir and Sejuani could not realize who wanted to take the red buff more. Looks like Sejuani bowed out. Aatrox trying to get a little bit of wards done. Ezreal realizes it, gets a lot of good damage on him. Ezreal goes in deep. Aatrox has to retreat. He knows that Ezreal has a lot of damage against him, especially against a wall. Sion goes to mid lane, trying to clear for the pressure. Lee Sin coming up around the bend, trying to get ready for something. Sejuani now going for the pink ward that she tried to get earlier. Ezreal still there to try and stop, but Sejuani does not care, takes it anyways, gets a little bit of damage, and Baron attacks her a small bit, but does not do much. Sion doing the same thing, trying to get rid of as many wards as they possibly can around Baron, getting ready to set up for it. Jax flashes out of the way, almost gets away. Aatrox pulls him back in, getting ready to take him down. Looks like a lot of CC happening around now. Aatrox takes the kill. No, Sejuani actually takes it. Missed by the Aatrox Q. Ahri fighting Lee Sin right now, trying to dash away. Lee Sin can land a good Q right now and get an end-up kill. Flashes, goes deep for it, hits the Q, comes in, takes the kill. Lee Sin now has to run with Sivir trying to get retribution. They've decided a three-man Baron right now. Sion, Aatrox, and Sejuani. They have enough tank for it, and Aatrox definitely has a good amount of damage, but I don't know if they'll be able to do with Ezreal so close to be able to put in damage. Looks like the rest are inconvening right now. Lux coming in. There's Morgana. That's a lot of good spells right now. It's a lot of good damage at long range. They have to back off. Morgana goes for the Q. Lands on the Aatrox. Gets a lot of good damage on him. Jumps in. Tries to ult. Gets knocked up immediately. Beats down. Can't get anything done. Lux ults in the distance. Lee Sin jumps in. Tries to do damage. It gets good E. Just gets directly ended by Aatrox. Jumps deep. Lux gets slowed. Gets knocked out as well. Ezreal now has to run for his life. Aatrox flashes in. Tries to get a good kill. They both flash. Cancels out. Tries to poke from the back line still. They now try to reconvene on Baron, but Ezreal is still there to get good damage on. If he can continue to poke, he might be able to poke them off of it. Jax now comes into the fray. Looks like they're trying to be cheeky, hiding bushes. They know they're trying to take the Baron, but there's a ward on it, so they know that they're not actually doing it. Looks like it's going to be a mass recall, except for Ari, who's going to go mid lane to try and clear. Looks like there's a fight happening right now. Aatrox get a little bit of damage onto Lee Sin, knocks him back a little bit. Sivir, for some reason, ults Aatrox, and Sivir runs away with the rest of the team intervening right now. Here comes Sion with an ult, trying to go deep, hits Lux directly, goes for a Q, kills the Lux. It looks like Morgana got a 4-man stun, doesn't matter. She's actually zoned used anyway. She's going to get ready to die by Sion. Sion hits it up. Aatrox takes the kill. They move forward on mid lane. Ezreal on the side, trying to put a little bit of poke on the side, trying to jump around, but at the same time, Sion catches wind of him. They go after him. Sejuani right behind. If Sejuani flashes Qs, it does anything. Ezreal has to jump over the wall. Sejuani manages to steal the red buff right out of Ezreal. Looks like Ezreal is going to try and go mid lane, clear off the minions. Meanwhile, Lee Sin trying to do a little bit of jungling. Looks like they're getting ready to set up for Elder Dragon if they can take it. Sion's waiting at it so as long as the Sejuani and Sivir and Aatrox. Looks like the entire team is actually down here while Ezreal, Lux, and Morgana are not near. They are actually the highest damage team. Lee Sin takes a lot of damage, gets too greedy, gets knocked out by the entirety of the team. They now do Elder Dragon knowing that the jungler is down. Uncontested Elder Dragon. It is massive at this moment. Jax gets caught out hard by the Sejuani ult. Just ended. Going to clear wards now. Aatrox comes around the side trying to get ready for it. Lux gets caught by the Sion Q, caught by everybody else. Now Ezreal is in deep danger. Knocked out by Aatrox. Looks like they've turned around their sights, seen Morgana. Morgana hits Aatrox with a Q, tries to back up. Lee Sin giving a little bit of coverage in the background. Meanwhile, they're starting the Baron. Sejuani gets hit by a Q, continues the assault. Rest of them goes on while Aatrox runs interference. Aatrox keeping them at bay as much as he can. Morgana trying to shoot distances, but they are too afraid to get near Aatrox. I believe he'll be able to keep them away while they take the... They've taken Baron. It's now a deep run. Sion was going to try and do something against Morgana, but got CC'd. With now both Baron and Elder Dragon at their disposal, this will be a very difficult thing for GameStop to try and come back from. Sion taking a lot of damage right now. Jax gets taken out easily by Ahri. Aatrox goes deep. Sion goes deep. Sion ends up actually going down to the Lee Sin. Inhib gets taken. They've now backed off, realizing they're going to try and get into a different lane. Looks like they're going to go bot lane if they can. Sivir trying to get a little bit of jungle creep. Lifesteal keeps her about half health. Everyone else goes back. Silver nailed backs after trying to take a lot of the jungle, leaving the bot lane pushed up a little bit. Ezreal and Lux trying to stop the top lane. Meanwhile, Sejuani taking her buffs in their own jungle. Super minions pushing hard in the mid lane right now. They're going to be able to take those minions out at any time. Lee Sin's going to have to try and do something about it. He's the closest one to the vicinity. Chooses not to. Runs away. Look at him go. Aatrox comes to run up with the minions in mid lane, followed by Sion a little bit behind. Realizing they need to try and push, sees Jax on the far end, think he's going to try and go for an easy kill. Silver trying to get a lot of jungle creep right now, getting as much as she can, along with red buff. It's going to be good for good team damage. Take that, plant. Jax, Ezreal going deep, trying to push as much as they can. Lux in there as well. Looks like there is now a push for bot lane, getting ready to take another tower. Meanwhile, Sion up top running a 1-4 split. Can't really do much about it. Jax has to back off. Ezreal is the only one with good enough damage, but the minions are pulling him apart. Lee Sin taking a little bit of damage in the center, trying to clear out super minions, and minions going to get interrupted by the Sejuani ulted immediately. CC'd, will not be going anywhere, down to Ahri. Silver ults for the Morgana. Morgana gets safely in base. Lux has to flash from Sejuani. That is an immediate Silver kill by Ezreal with the follow-up ult by Lux just in case. Baron buff might be running out on them right now. If they don't do anything soon, they're going to be using the last bit of it for just one push. At the moment, it seems as though the teams are just trying to collect what they can, getting ready for the next fight. Elder Dragon getting ready to be set up again. This time, GameStop seems to be realizing this is going to happen. Going to try and interject. Looks like there's going to be a fight to get ready to break out. Lee Sin gets caught out. Jax jumps in, tries to do something. Counter stance, gets nothing off. They both get knocked out. Jax's goal is about to come back up, gets knocked down immediately. His Guardian Angel did nothing. Ooh, that's an immediate good amount of damage right there. Doesn't be able to get anything back from Morgana. Ults Sejuani, manages to stop her, but should go back away. Only gets another stun off, gets caught by everybody else. Has to Zonia's. Will probably end up going down to the Silver. Meanwhile, Elder Dragon was started, Sion tanking with Ahri shooting in the background. Now the entire 5-man team is getting ready to go for it. Ezra has to go back to save base because there are super minions at their front gate, getting ready to take everything they have. Elder Dragon taken. Ezreal has to return back to try and save everything. Immediately, the rest of them go back to get ready to push for the final soul. Ezreal has to back as well. Looks like they're getting ready for as much as they can. Setting back up for a Baron again. If they manage to take this, this probably will be game. Seems as though none of the enemy team is actually being able to respond to it. Ezreal shoots an ult. They now realize it, going to try and intervene, but it might be a little bit too late, going to do too much damage to it for them to actually be able to do anything. Goes down to Sejuani. Sivir ults, tries to get deep. Aatrox coming in. Here comes Sion and Sejuani. Sion gets the ult, takes out the Lee Sin, takes out the Lux. Sivir throwing off shots against the Jax, takes out Jax. Morgana trying her best to do damage again, gets Zhonya's, takes down by Aatrox. Ezreal down to Sivir. Red team inhibitor down. Looks like Sion's just going to tank. He's going to be bulky enough for it. Here comes minions anyways. The debuff will be going away. Sion may be going down to this tower unless he has W. Actually, they end up taking it before the next shot goes off. This is game. With the ending of this game, we are going to have a small 15-minute intermission for the teams to recuperate. We will be back in 15 minutes.